Alright, so I'm doing a super quick video on how I make my tofu jerky. Now, this is an acquired taste. You have to really like tofu to like this, but here's my setup. Here's what I do. I start with Extra Firm Tofu, which, you know, nutritionally is awesome because it's 130 calories per serving and 13 grams of protein. So that's pretty darn good. The issue with this is I really like it, and I could easily eat this whole block of tofu made into jerky strips like this. So I have to kind of portion it out, and I can, you know, if I really pay attention to how many slices I get out of this, I will portion out my portion so that I'm not eating more than one serving at a sitting. But anyway, it doesn't really matter what brand you get, just make sure it's extra firm. And when you take this out of the package, it's like all liquidy and watery, so you need to squeeze it with a paper towel and try to get all of the liquid, as much liquid out of it as possible, because your jerky will just process faster. And then what I like to marinate mine with, you can really use anything. Right now I'm using this Steak and Chop Lowry's marinade because it was on sale, and this really has like a true jerky kind of a taste to it. I also use this for my chicken jerky just because I like it. And then I like everything with a kick, so I also add quite a bit of the sriracha hot chili sauce. So I mix those two together, and then I also added a tiny bit of honey because I wanted it to be sort of Asian-y, like a little sweet and spicy kind of taste, and some sesame seeds to give it more of an Asian flavor. So here is what the tofu looks like when you slice it. You want to just cut it literally like as thin as you can what's the word I'm looking for? As thin as you can get it uniform, so that you can make all of them roughly the same width without it falling apart and crumbling. So, you know, pretty thin. You get quite a few slices out of a block of tofu. And what I do is I put it here on my dehydrator, I lay it all out, and then I only actually, instead of marinating it, I used to just dump it all in the marinade and let it sit for a while. But you know what, with the dehydrator, it literally kind of cooks it in, even if you don't let it sit for a while anyway. And just because I'm like lazy and I hate scrubbing these dehydrator trays, I usually will just take my marinade, see if I can do this without making a giant mess, and just brush it onto the tops of my jerky strips. You know, pretty generously, because I'm only marinating one side of each of these strips. And that's going to give you, you know, all the flavor of the jerky. So I'll just go through here and make sure every little bit is covered on one side of all of these with my marinade. And, you know, I'll repeat that with another tray if I need to. Now, this was an entire block. My daughter, of course. Say hi. Hi. She's gonna play in her Tupperware drawer. This was an entire block of jerky, of tofu, so I'll probably get one more tray out of this. And this literally will last me for probably it's like 4 servings, I guess. So this will last me a couple days, ideally, right? So anyway, that's about it. So then I go over, and once I've got my trays all filled, I will put the lid on and I dry it at the highest setting on my Nesco dehydrator, which is 160 degrees. I love this dehydrator. If you're looking for one, it works awesome. I use it for all my jerkies. This thing gets like heavy use because I make so much jerky. Like, it's literally running several times a week because I make the tofu jerky on a regular basis, and then I've been doing my chicken jerky, which I will probably do another video on for you shortly because it's also really easy. But the tofu jerky by far is the easiest and the quickest to make. So like if I'm out of chicken jerky, which I am right now, I will bring out a block of tofu and do this, and it can be dried and ready by snack time this afternoon. So there you have it. That is how I do my tofu jerky. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Like I said, it's an acquired taste. I love it because it's super firm and chewy and spicy and like satisfying, and that's what I want with my snacks. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day and make healthy choices. Bye.